Welcome to the world of fractions. Let's review what is a fraction. A fraction is simply part of a whole. I am making it simple. For example, look at this battery that I have. How many batteries do you see? Yes, there is only one battery. How many equal parts do you see in the battery? Yes, there are 3 equal parts in the battery. Suppose that I am going out. Okay? When I come back, this is what happens to my battery. How much of the battery energy have I consumed? Yes, I used 1/3 of the battery. So, you will have there 1/3. 1, or the upper portion of the fraction, is called numerator. And 3, which is the lower part of the fraction, is called denominator. Denominator refers to the equal parts of a whole. At ang numerator naman, ito yung part na taken away. Now let us try to see the different types of fractions. We have similar fractions. Fractions having the same denominator. For example, 1/4 and 3/4. So, pareho sila ng lower part or lower number yung denominator. So, it is a similar fraction. We also have dissimilar fraction. Fractions having different denominator. For example, 1/2 and 1/4. Notice that 1/2 has a denominator of 2 and 1/4 has a denominator of 4. So, magkaiba sila. Mixed fraction, ito naman yung fractions with a whole coming with it. It simply means that there is more than that one whole thing. So, for example, mayroon tayong isang buo at mayroong bahagi na kasama nito. Ito yung 1, itong isang buo. Tapos, yung 1/4 naman ay yung maliit na bahagi na kasama nito. So, kaya sinasabing mayroong isang whole coming with it. Let's begin with lesson 1, adding similar fractions. Suppose that we have here 1/4 plus 1/4. So, it is a similar fraction kasi pareho sila ng denominator. There is no problem with it because you are just going to add the numerators right away and then you just copy the denominator. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and then copy the denominator which is 4, so you will have the answer of 2/4. Do not forget to reduce your answer to lowest term if applicable. How are you going to do that? So, you are going to look for a number that can divide 2 and at the same time can divide 4 also. So what you think is the number that could break them? So, yes, you are going to use 2. So 2 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 2 will be equal to 1/2. 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So you have 1/2. And that will be your final answer. Now, let's try to add dissimilar fractions. For example, we have 1/2 plus 3/5. Paano kaya ito? Now, first thing is you're going to find the LCD or the least common denominator. Pagkatapos nito, lalagay ninyo ang 2 at saka 5. Ito yung denominators na paghahanapan natin ng solusyon. So, parang skip counting lang. So, you start with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, tapos sa 5, 5, 10, 15. Ang hahanapin ninyo ay something that is common with them. So, you have here 10. Pareho silang mayroong 10. Okay? So, now that you can see that there is 10, we are going to use it para naman ma-change natin sila into similar fraction. Gagamitin natin ang LCD. So, 1/2, makakonvert natin siya. Ito ay magiging 5/10. Paano ba ito nangyari? Yung 10, ito yung LCD natin. Okay? Huwag kalimutan, ito ang LCD natin, 10. Tapos, i-divide natin siya sa denominator natin na 2. So, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Pagkatapos niyan ay i-multiply natin si 5 doon sa numerator natin. So, 5 times 1 is equal to 5. Kaya nagkaganon. So, same procedure will apply to 3/5. So, si 3/5 ay magiging 6/10. Paano ba yun nangyari? Kasi nga, 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Tapos, i-times dun sa 3, kaya nagiging 6. So, you will have 6/10. So, ilalagay natin sila doon sa itaas. So, you will have 5 plus 6 over 10. That stands for 5/10 plus 6/10. So, you are now ready to add them. Add the numerator. So, 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. And then you are just going to copy the denominator, that is 10. So, your answer is 11/10. Okay. Now, 11/10 is an improper fraction. So, you are going to change it into a mixed fraction. Because that is how you're going to reduce it to lowest term. So, 11/10, this is how you're going to do it, is an improper fraction. So, you are going to divide it. 11 divided by 10. So, 11 divided by 10 is 1. Is equal to 1. And then 1 times 10 is equal to 10. So, you will have a remainder of 1. So, yung 1 na answer natin sa itaas ay magiging whole number natin. At saka itong nasa ibaba, yung remainder natin ay magiging numerator. At saka yung 10 ay as is. Ito yung denominator natin. So, the final answer will be 1 and 1/10. So, that is now our final answer. Okay, always remember this. For similar fractions, you add the numerators right away and just copy the denominator. Tapos, for dissimilar fractions, do not add right away. You have to change the given fractions using LCD. Always reduce your answer to lowest term. Please note, for proper fractions or fractions with bigger denominator, for example, 2/4, just find a single number that can divide both the numerator and denominator. For example, 2/2. And then for improper fractions, fractions with bigger numerator, for example, 11/10, you are going to divide the numerator with the denominator to get the final answer, which is a mixed fraction. Alright, we are now in lesson 2, subtracting fractions. This is now page 11 of your modules. Now look at this. Suppose that we have 2 ball strings and they are on a race. Ball string A runs 2/5 km per hour, while ball string B runs 1/2 km per hour. See that? They are on a race. Now, who do you think will win the race? How much faster is the winner ball than the loser ball? Now, let's have ball string A with the color blue and then ball string B with pink. Okay? Para mas makita natin ng malinaw. Okay, itong si ball A, ito yung natatakbo niya. Okay? So, you have here 2/5. 2/5 kasi mayroong 5 equal parts, tapos mayroong dalawang shaded parts, yung gray part. Okay? So, 2/5. Si ball B naman, itong pink natin, runs 1/2 kilometer. Okay? So, titingnan natin. Mayroong 2 parts, tapos isa doon ang shaded. So, that's make it 1/2. So, now you see. Sino nga ba ang nanalo? Sino yung pinakamataas, mas mabilis? Syempre, the winner is ball B. It's very obvious kasi mas mahaba yung natakbo niya. But the problem there now is you are going to get this part. Gaano ba kataas yan? Okay? That is how much faster is the winner ball than the loser ball. How are you going to answer that question? So this is what we are going to solve. Okay? Let's get it on. We have 1/2 minus 2/5 is equal to blank. First, you're going to look for the LCD or the least common denominators. Yung parang skip counting lang para mas madaling intindihin. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 5, 10, 15, and you have the same thing there, 10, right? So you're going to use your LCD as the common denominator. So you're going to change the fraction to similar fraction using the LCD. So 1/2 is equal to 5/10. Bakit nga ba 5/10? Yung 10th ay yung LCD natin. Tapos, we divide it with 2 denominator natin and you will get 5, right? Tapos, times natin siya. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. Okay? So, that makes it 5/10. Same thing will happen with our 2/5 and 2/5 will be equal to 4/10. Bakit nga ulit? Kasi yung 10, LCD natin, i-divide natin doon sa 5. So, 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2 times 2 na numerator is equal to 4. So, isusulat natin sila doon sa itaas. So, you will have 5/10 para sa 1/2 and 4/10 para sa 2/5. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. And then you'll just copy the denominator, which is 10. So you will have 1/10. Okay? Now, in this case, 1/10 is already in its lowest term. So it is therefore the final answer. Okay? So 1/10 is your final answer. Now, I want you to remember this. For similar fractions, you subtract the numerators right away and just copy the denominator. Tulad na tulad lang talaga dun sa addition of fractions. For dissimilar fractions, syempre, do not subtract right away. Change the given fractions to similar fractions using LCD before proceeding to the subtraction process. And then always reduce your answer to lowest term. Ganon na ganon din sa ginagawa natin doon sa addition of fractions. Okay? I hope you got it right.